Hey, it's me, Annie Black. It's a gorgeous day out today. I thought I'd take a couple of minutes and do a quick video to tell you about myself and why I'm running to serve as chairman of your Nevada Republican Party. Every story has a beginning, and mine started way back when I was a kid. My grandmother actually gave me a coin commemorating Ronald Reagan's inauguration, which I found fascinating because it was on my birthday, January 20th, 1981. I don't know why, but it felt like a sign, and from that day forward, I was convinced that public service was my calling. Now, growing up in a family of business owners in Las Vegas, the idea that you could work hard and become successful was about as natural as breathing. And in my family, it was clear that the best environment to be successful in was one of conservatism and free market capitalism. As a child of entrepreneurs, I was encouraged to start my own business when I graduated high school, and so that's what I did. I worked hard, I developed the skills I needed to make my business successful, and I'll use that same drive when I'm elected to serve as your chairwoman. Throughout my life, it wasn't uncommon for my family to host events for Republican candidates, and in high school, I started volunteering on campaigns and continued supporting conservatives as I grew up. In 2010, with my boys in tow, I ran my first campaign. It was a state assembly race, and although I didn't win, I learned a lot of valuable lessons. The most important lesson I learned was that I, like a lot of other Republicans, was spending way too much time preaching to the congregation. We have to do a better job at getting our message out to people outside of our echo chamber, especially if we want to win, but even more importantly, if we want to preserve our conservative values. So after I lost my election, I stayed involved working on campaigns, joining boards, committees, and serving as president of the Mesquite Republican Women's Club. When my family and I moved to Mesquite a few years ago, I took what I learned in 2010 and I ran for city council. I campaigned full-time for over a year. I personally knocked on over 4,000 doors, did my own fundraising, ran my own social media, marketing, personally pounded my signs in throughout the entire city, and ran every aspect of my own campaign. I'm proud to say that all my hard work paid off and that I was one of the few Republicans in Nevada who won election in 2018. As a council person, I'm an independent thinker and I spend a lot of time studying the issues. I'm not the type to go along to get along. I feel I have a responsibility to fight for the people who elected me. Sometimes that means going against the popular vote, and that's not always easy, but I know even if my one vote doesn't stop some piece of legislation from passing, it creates a conversation, and I believe it does make a difference. I'm passionate about public service, and I truly believe that all Nevadans deserve a chance to live the American dream. With all my experience and business and political knowledge, my most prized job, the one that motivates me the most, is being a mom. I'm raising my 2 teenage boys, and we've taken this adventure together. They're very aware of the issues, and they 100% support me being chairwoman because they know Republicans need to be unified and led by a strong leader. I want a future for my boys and all Nevadans that will allow us to be free and prosper without the burden of high taxes, scarce jobs, costly education, and out-of-control healthcare costs. Together, we can do this. So on September 7th, you'll have the opportunity to join me in turning our state around. If you want to make Nevada red, bet on Black. Annie Black.